Hello guys, welcome back to the Crew 2 Noob the Summit number 22, the all-in-one summit. All disciplines in one summit, more or less. Of course, we only have 9 events, so we cannot do all 16 disciplines, but it's a variation of all kind of disciplines. Last week we scored 1,080,000, which would not be good enough for gold, for platinum, because we did not have the Egoista and also did not find the time to grind for the Egoista, so I could not do that last event. So this score is based on 8 events, more or less, and yeah, this is the result. We only have gold. Doesn't matter that much because I'm not into vanity and I don't have any necessary need for that yellow tire. We do have the Hummer monster truck and we do have the legendary boosted parts for rally rate. Nitro Chemist, the pure boosted to 9 instead of 8% and the extra pump boosted to 11 instead of 10%, at least that's what I've heard. It's not a complete set, of course, it's boosted parts. They always come like 4 parts now and then 3 parts the other summit. When is it? This is a motocross set. This here, legendary parts boosted for the silver medal in the Porsche Addict in 2 weeks. In that summit we will get the rest of these parts. So let's start with that. Let's collect that. As always in the mailbox. Hello gangster. 4 parts apparently. That means that in the Porsche Addict summit we will get 3. And then we have the set complete. Let's have a look. It was rally rate, so we're gonna put them on some of the vehicles and see what is going on. The monster truck coming in as well for the Hummer. Let's see. I'm gonna put them on the Porsche for now. Don't think we need that this week, so that's fine. So what did we get? We got some brakes, some ECU, motor core and suspension. That means that the tires, the exhaust and the gearbox are still to come. If we look on that, pure 9%, extra pump 11%, both of them boosted with 1%. Normally the maximum, as you can see there, the range for pure is 3 to 8%, so maximum is 8. The range for extra pump is 5 to 10. So that means 1% for both of these cases. I expected the extra pump to be more. I did not expect the pure to be more, to be honest, because yeah, 1% more on 7 parts is 7% more pure, more boost. For those who did not win the gold medal, that might be a bit of a problem. What is that? Is that gonna matter much? Yeah, probably. Might matter a second or a second and a half on a long track or so. Just because of it. We will see once we have the set and do some tests. And it's raining again. Wonderful. Let's see what's going on here for the upcoming weeks. Here we have the Mustang Rallycross, new to the game. We do have the Mustang, but we did not have a Rallycross version yet. A set of motocross, ventilated and bender with a Nitro Chemist set. That is a set. Those are not boosted parts. That's just a complete set of 7 normal parts. Maxed out though. The bender and the ventilated will be maxed out. I think that's 6% for both of them. I think maybe the bender might be 8. The Porsche Addict. Yeah, we're gonna get a Porsche, but that is not a new car. That is the car that we have from the beginning of the game. And then the rest of our rally rate parts with some yellow epic smoke. Then we have Coast to Coast, where the Mini Counterman All 4 Racing. That is a rally rate version for the Mini, which was still missing. Those are sort of, yeah, still second batch of the summit, where we have cars from the Crew 1 coming back. Smoking tires we cannot see, but it would not surprise me if also there is a car. There are still, what are we still missing compared to the Crew 1? Something like a Dodge Ram, Subaru BRZ. Subaru BRZ might be a bit of a tricky business with the Toyota deal they're going, that they don't put racing the road cars in any games anymore, Toyota, and the Subaru BRZ is basically a copy of the Toyota, the 86 thing there, GT86 or whatever it was called. So yeah, that might be a problem. We will see. All in one. That's what we're gonna do. We have an off-road escape by the looks of it. Some aerobatics, a slalom. We'll see which one it is. That can be either on the water or on the road. Powerboat needs to be done with the Vector. Street race with the Hurricane. It is one car restricted by the looks of it. Rally rate, BMW bike. Drift with the Mazda RX-7. That's what we normally use, so that's not a problem. The monster truck, that was a problem. I just bought it before I started the stream. The F-150, so we have to sort of figure out how, if we can tune that thing. And the air race needs to be done with the Slick 360. All in one. At least this week we have all vehicles, so we should be able to get all the events above 100,000. Let's start with the escape. See what the situation is. It's an off-road escape. At least it starts off-road. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to figure that one out. The easiest way to figure that one out is, of course, see what is going on in the thing. I see a guy with a buggy here. I don't think that is the way to go. So we just opened the leaderboard and the all leaderboard, and we come to the conclusion that everybody is using off-road vehicles. That means hypercar with muddy. I don't know if I have a muddy set on this driver, but we'll check it. If I do have one, then it's probably going to be in the Jaguar. I do have a set with muddy on it. Muddy 66%, that is maxed out. The rest doesn't matter that much. So we go there, go back into the menu and select the car, which we couldn't do apparently. That's how we do it. No time to mess with rally rate vehicles. If you see that everybody's using hypercars with muddy on it, off we go. Now it's just a matter of figuring out the route. I see some sort of road over there. Okay, here we make it to this road, and then where we go. Nice. Oh yes, sure man. Sure, why not? go to the right there. At least the people that are hanging about here. Wonderful. Oh my god, my god. Why do people always stand in the middle of the road and don't do anything? Gotta be there somewhere. We need to get as fast as possible to that asphalt road. That's the idea. Might be an option, but we just need to be faster. 2,900. I'm not fast enough to have an advantage of my hypercar at the moment, because I'm pretty sure I can go faster with the rally rate. Dear man. I think we need to go to that asphalt road. No. Yeah, that stupid truck killed our run. Because I see there. Oh yes, wonderful, wonderful. Suddenly the railroad closes. 4,170. Let's load him and see where he goes. We can score 150,000 here, that is pretty sure. The wonderful world of the ghosts that don't work. Can't make any mistakes. If you make a little mistake, the circle catches you. But we still need a test to go to the left, because it can be faster, you never know. Go up here a bit to get some speed. Okay, lucky there. Yeah, and then it steers into the tree. Well, it bumps into the tree. It doesn't steer, that's the problem. It gotta be that. And then that way, which seems to turn away, and then it goes all the way to the mountain there, so. We have 130,000 points, so that's not that bad, but it's not good either. if you see that the majority is doing 8,000 meters, scoring 150,000 points, you have to do the same. But you can't hit threes. But on this downhill, I think you need to be lucky. Because I'm not really steering, I'm just see what the car does and then react to that, because I see the rock, I see the tree, I steer to the left, the car just goes straight because you go downhill with so much speed. Doesn't help that much. Cannot be the other way because that's, well, yeah, maybe there's like an asphalt road. It's gonna be to that asphalt road, I think, and then either right or left. Try to go as straight as possible, maybe that will work. Go left. It could work if I make it, but not like this. But at least we have an idea where to go. So we need some more speed on the starting gate to buy us some time. And let's see from there. Doesn't help that much because you have to slow down to avoid that big tree. Steer left here, that would help. By the time you can boost, go to 400 plus, the circle catches you. But I think if you make it to here, you're gonna. Because here is a long straight you can make speed. We'll have a look on that later. Aerobatics. Miami Aerobatics. First figure out the route. That's 3. That's 4, 5. Usually about 6, 7 of those things. Go down here. Keep it low by the looks of it. Quickly switch. Okay. And that's it. A bit in between the buildings and finish. Okay, nice. Because as always with aerobatics, skilled on it, every gate perfect, you have maximum score, all the rest doesn't matter. And we have more than 10 seconds, 17 even on the clock. So we score 28,550, which presumably is the maximum score. Let's check it. World record 28,550. That is indeed what we have. So, done with the aerobatics for the rest of the week, because you cannot score more. A slalom, which is on a slalom. We're gonna put the race setup on this vector because we need it in the powerboat, I think. Why don't that? Oh, here it is. And we have a score breaker on here. That's fine. Oh, it's an open sea, isn't it? Just a bit of circling here, or what is this? Oh, by the looks of it. Okay. The tricky business in open sea. That's no good. 2370. Check the leaderboard. They're doing 29. They're all using the browser. Settings. Let's have a look. What do we have here? 0, 10, 10, 10. We have 4, 8. That was for the boy smashing, I think. So I'm gonna put it on 8, 6. And try another run. Bit more hanging then, of course. But did not get that one. Lost the multiplier. That's not good. Beginning is okay, but then the waves come into play. I lost it. That one didn't count. 4, 5, 6, 7. Multiplier still going up. So far so good. Why does it go back to 0 here? Sea is very rough suddenly. 18.4. It's no good, it's no good. We need 10 seconds on this finish to get the 2000 time bonus. Move. 9.8. Okay. What is going on here? There is a gate somewhere which doesn't count. 1, 2, 3. Multiplier goes up. Multiply it on 2 and it should stay on 2 now. Oh, we got 20,000. It's exactly the same run, more or less. 26. But yeah, 23, 2600, 2900, it all doesn't matter. You score about 154, 155,000, that's fine. The escape is not fine. We need to have a look on that. See, we are in the powerboat. Let's do this one. Uberdam in the V40 Jaguar thing. Yeah, I don't know, Thomas. It's strange. Two times the same run, and you have like, you know. This thing set up for slalom, does not get much speed by the looks of it. Checkpoints, don't have to worry about it, they are triggered from the outside as well. And here it's all about the jumper. There are people flying miles away here. Lean forward, as soon as you see the water, lean backward. Ramps slow you down, don't take them. Mm, 120, which seems to be an okay time, but not super fast though. 124,000. What are the people doing here? Is always the question. 118.0. Not even that far away with my 120. But yeah, I have these setup things. Maxed out. But yeah, I have this both set up for the slaloms. 8, 10, 8, 8, 9. Might get a bit of more speed out of it if I bring the rudder angle a bit down, but just gonna leave it like this, otherwise I have to change it again afterwards. 120 will do for now. 124. What is this? The Hurricane. I have the parts on the Hurricane. That's fine. What track is it? Seriously? Why? Why Ivory Tower? Why? Why always these tracks where you have a reset in it? Oh, and it's night and it's fog and whatnot. And as you know, I don't like this Hurricane. Also here, don't jump, slow it down. I should have done drift first because my cars are not steering again. It's one of those days again. Unbelievable. How is it when you come from a boat, your cars don't steer? And of course it's a Lamborghini, so it doesn't break. We know that by now. And the problem with the reset is completely random. Really matters where you push it. Sometimes it puts you in the corner, sometimes on the right, sometimes just behind the corner, and sometimes it puts you immediately directly towards the finish with your nose in the right direction. My god, the brakes are so bad on these Lamborghinis. That's the one you need. 140, my god, what a lousy time. No, we have no alternatives. This time it's not a filter thing. We have to use it this time. Yeah, this is by far... I already know people are doing 130s, maybe even in 28. 130.5, yep. Also these, not gonna worry about too much, 119,000 points. The air slick, I also put the points on that. Black mount, okay. We first do a proper run on all the events and then we'll see where we end up in. One lap. That was not perfect. Wind caught me. (203 minus 20 seconds). That's a 143. Under 15,000 points. Yep. I don't have any pure on this set, on this driver. What are people doing here? 120, 127. Yeah, why not? Why not, people? Where are we? 804,000 points. Rally rate, monster truck to go. Rally rate is a BMW bike. On this Noob driver, I still have the previous set of parts that we used, and that was some combination of Gateway and Perfectionist, and it needs to be Gateway and Pure. So yeah, I don't have any Pure on it. That already kills me nitro wise. BMW, I don't have the parts on that, so I need to put them on. What nitro do we have? We have a pure 7.4 and a rich. That's very interesting. And here we have an extra pump. Okay, I guess we go for the pure for now. Over here we have extra pump frenetic. That's fine. And extra pump frenetic with lower numbers. That needs to be recalibrated to something else. Extra pump 9, pure 8. And here we have bender, extra pump. Extra pump 10, frenetic 2.5. Okay, this one. Pure resourceful, that works as well. And here we have a bender. Extra pump frenetic I have here, and here we have a pure bulldozer. Why? Don't ask me why. I have these parts. Muddy with pure, that's a pretty decent one. And this is bender with ventilated. No. Go with pure, go with this setup, best we could find. Extra pump, frenetic, muddy, pure, resourceful. Yeah, whatever. We will use that. We have to use what we have here, not max calibrated on the Summit. Nope. Did you collect the boosted parts? Yeah, I did, but yeah, we only got 4. I put those on the Porsche. What is this? High speed drifter? Really? Okay. I will do a 1 run and that's it. I'm not gonna worry about it too much, because this is a team track. You're gonna have to do this with slipstream. Of course, you need to hit 1 tree before you finish. Which completely killed the run, obviously. $206. Wonderful. What did we do here with the Porsche? 140 or so, I think. 130 something. They're doing 150 at the moment. If I would not hit trees and stuff like that, I would be around that time as well, I guess. 114,000, that will do for now. We have to come back here, obviously. But yeah, this is this needs to be done with the team. Slipstream. Constantly on the limiter. Which leaves us with the wonderful drift and the wonderful monster truck. Okay. We should be okay, I think. Even with not so super times, we should be okay with this run. No, well, yeah. Actually it is. Because Bender keeps your slipstream, your top speed. Then you don't need to use that boost that much. And seeing you have long straights here on this rally rating, the bender actually matters. I can recalibrate to bender, but with 153,000, I'm not gonna go far with the recalibration, am I? Drift. That means options. Sequential. Thank you very much. Terminal D, really? My god. Bit of variation, people. Come on. You have all these drift tracks and we always end up on the airport terminals. Yeah. I saw it going. There's no point in driving on. If you lose a multiplier, there's no point. Needs to be 600,000-700,000. 708, that will do for now. Which leaves us with this wonderful thing. Okay. Monster truck. The what's this here? I also want some wonderful parts here. Oh, I rather give me $5 instead of these yellow parts or purple parts, which are so useless. The Fort. I just bought this thing before I started the stream. I bought the bundle, was the only one that I was missing. Of course, we have gifted and graceful in it. The graceful is something you potentially could replace with pure or frenetic. The gifted is obviously something you need to get more points. Setup, yeah, very nice, very interesting setup. Camber 0. Let's start with that. Anti-roll bars. Probably not too stiff. Normal car you would go for something like A10 or whatever, but 0.21. Suspension I'm gonna do a little bit like we do with the bike, sorta keep it simple. Gearbox. Aero. Yeah, you can slide with these sliders all you want. It will never go towards easy. Never. Differential. I guess we need some more power on the front. But that gearbox. 10. That's not fair. Brakes, yeah, brakes is pretty simple. It's very simple by the looks of it. The number doesn't even change. What? Wait a minute. What is this? Let's go in again. Not getting the right numbers here or what? Brake balance. 1775. 74. 74. The whole bar is 1774 almost. Okay, in that case I'm just gonna put it on 8. I'm gonna give it a go, we'll see how this thing handles. Probably very well, not good. Which one is it? The Storm X Arena. Okay. We'll see.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's wonderful behavior car. My lord, my god. Really? Whose idea was that in TPC? To put the graceful on it?
3, 2, 1.
That needs to go off as soon as possible. I don't need that graceful crap. Not on a monster truck. Oh look, what is this? Can't correct the car in the air. Oh, these are the arenas from the crew 1, so we know the route.
1.
Know exactly where to go to get all the 1000 and 5000, but not with this car. Can't correct the car while you're in the air because of the graceful. I knew it. Okay, we go that. I don't know. No. Back to the summit that graceful needs to go. Immediately. I don't need that shit. Recalibrate. Ventilate it during jump, yeah, whatever. Extra pump, fine, will do. Sensor is not really something I need. Pure, that will do. Thank you very much. Perfect sect? Not really.
3.
I knew it. I suggested kept it in pure on it or kept it in frenetic. But when I voted they wanted graceful on it. That's only for doing flips and stuff. Put it up a bit too stiff, but yeah. Okay.
Three, two,
But at least it's correctable now in the air. Whoever that idea was. That would be my advice for this week. Take out the graceful of these monster trucks. Other than that, they don't do what they want to do. We know that. And what a choice also to take the Raptor. It's probably like the worst of all the monster trucks to do an arena with. Raptor is good for something like graceful or whatever. Race line things, but yeah, we don't have those anymore. But already in the crew 1 that was like one of the worst to do a monster arena with. Look at this. Will you freaking stay up here? Of course he doesn't want to stay up there. Back to the summit. The thing is too stiff as well. Needs softer suspension, whatever. Let's have a look. Aero more to the left, to the rear. Let's do one click to begin with. 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 4. And this needs to go softer as well. Maybe even in that way. Let's put it like that. 205, okay. Such a nice thing to drive in the Crew 1. Such a bullshit thing to drive in the Crew 2. Monster trucks. Do some proper runs with double flips, misty flips, triple flips, that kind of stuff. Yeah, not longer possible. Like here, this is like... what kind of pisspot behavior is that? You can't get a proper landing on the thing or it just breaks out on you. And then you can put like the aero as much as to the rear and the suspension as stiff as you want. That's probably where this thing is going to end up. The suspension is stiff as you want. This is a decent landing. Rally rate and monster trucks. Same behavior. They do weird stuff on landings. Let's try that. Yeah, it can also be the car itself because, as I said, take a skyline here and you can just do the run that you used to do in the Crew 1. He does not like that jump at all. What is this? Oh my god. First time they put the Monster Arena in the summit, and they give us one of the worst cars to do it with. Unbelievable. Now it's way too stiff, but if you put it softer. Oh my god, my god, my god. But this is something that kind of pisses me off personally. Because already in the workshop in 2018 I told them this should be a priority discipline because it was so badly developed. Meanwhile we are a year and a half later, nothing is done with it. Back to the summit. Go out of the summit. Activities, Monster Truck, Storm X Arena. I don't even have the Viper on this driver either. Take the apart then. Because I want to test something. I want to see if they have been messing with these monster trucks again. Or is it just a Raptor? That is piss butt shit. Probably don't have parts on this thing because I have the parts on the Raptor. This one has no power because I have no parts. It's probably stuck. Okay, that's luck here. Nice. Very nice. That's that first arena or what? Good idea to use. Don't use stupid things here. Of course, with a stock car, you don't get to those thousands. Okay, never mind. Do it like the icon cheaters. Just play around with a double loop here all day long in the half pipe. But at least these things still steer, so it is just a Raptor. Okay. In that case, I need to go to the desktop for a second. The Crew 2 setups, monster truck. Do we have anything? Skyline. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? 2, 4, 9, 10, 10, 10, 5, 2, 3, 1, 3, 0, 0, 8, 10. Okay. Last option. We copy the Skyline settings because the Skyline is actually one that does drive. Okay, 2, 4, 9, 10, 10, 10, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 0, 0, 8, 10. Let's give that one a go. If it doesn't steer, then we have to come up with some half pipe jumping or whatever. Let's see how that goes, eh?
2, 1.
Your truck's a big toy. Have fun playing with it.
Don't even try it. The skyline you can jump through there, you have enough speed. I don't know. The only advice I can give him, just copy the handling of the crew one. You can actually drive these things. I don't care if they don't go over a car or so, but this is just not driving. Yeah, that's a problem, eh? If it doesn't steer, that thing is a problem. It's 2 bars, and you have to steer there. But the car says no, we go straight.
2, 1.
No, I don't want to be on there. I want to just drive straight through here. We have to go on throttle because otherwise now I can have enough speed to jump through. What for, Dave? Don't get the points anyway. Jeez, this freaking landing thing. Come on, man. Let's take the points. We finished a run. Can you believe it? 124. What are they doing here? Probably 40,000 or so. Yeah, of course. Of course. Half pipe rats. $1,301,000 points is our total score for this week. First on the friends list. 75th in the overall. That is of course first overall, probably not achievable. 370,000, but oh, wouldn't you just go in there? No, they don't want to go in there. Okay. Escape can be improved. There we can already win 20,000 points. The street race can go faster. The rally rate can go way faster. The drift is fine. The air race can go faster. The monster truck, not gonna bother about with this truck because it doesn't drive. And the powerboat can be faster as well. But with 1,301,000, no need to worry about it. Platinum guaranteed. That being said, let me double check that. Yeah. And especially in this one, 1.3 million will guarantee you platinum, because there is nothing to win. If you're not into vanity, there's nothing to win. It's a bit of a poor summit wise in that option. We have win some common tires for a gold medal, and we win some epic green smoke. Yeah. As I said, I don't have anything with vanity, so for me these are all lousy awards. Followers, they don't mean a thing. The icon level does not mean a thing. Scrap, how much do you want? I almost have 5 million. The common, you can simply buy for like a few thousand crew credits. The epic green smoke, that might cost you some crew credits, a few thousand. I think the epic tires are like 55,000 or something in the shop if you buy it. So I'm just gonna leave it at this. I have 1.3 million. I'm pretty sure that for this summit, no car to win or anything like that, that will be more than enough. So a top 100 is not that bad at this moment in time, and we're gonna lose some places obviously, but we still will finish like 200, 250th or whatever. Many people will not even get to 1.3 million. That is how it always goes in these summits. So good to go. Oh no, we need to go back in, check next week to see if we have all cars. That is what we need to do. If not, then we need some money. Yeah? Better to be prepared. Otherwise you have the problem that we had last week. Not paying attention, and then we did not have the cars. Okie dokie. It seems we need a couple of Ferraris. The 812 Superfast and the F12 Berlinetta. Now the F12 Berlinetta is a street race car, that will be okay I guess. The 812 Superfast was in a Elite Bundle number 1, which I did not buy on this driver. That's also the reason why I did not have the what do this thing cost? Let's have a look. 8 and 12 Superfast is 1.2 million. That is if you have season pass, otherwise it's even 20% more. And the F12 Berlinetta is 547,000. Wonderful. So we need about 1.7 million by next week. I guess I have to come back to this driver. Other than that, we're good to go. What else do we need is, yeah, I already told you that in a previous stream. At the end of this summit batch, and they will do the 3 repeats. After that, the third batch will start, I advise you by the time the third batch arrives to have about 5 million on the site. Then the third batch will start. It will have 18 summits, and the end of that batch I advise you to be sure that you have about 100,000 crew credits on the site. How do you do that? Pretty simple. Daily contracts. If you can pick up a few... it's not that I'm not telling you in advance. I have 3 available as it usually go. If you don't play for a few days, you have 3. But you can also come back every day and play 1 contract. Or just save them up and do them once every 3 days, and you do those 3. Like in this case, I would get 5,000, 1,500, 8,000. In total, 8,000 crew credits. So if I do that for, let's say, a month and a half, I should have more than 100,000 crew credits. Worst case scenario, you have 3 contracts of 1,500, then you have 4,500, obviously. Then you're gonna have to do this about 2 months to get about 100,000 crew credits. But that's okay. You have till the end of batch 3, that will be somewhere in February or March. So make sure you have 100,000 crew credits around. Make sure by the end of this batch, which is somewhere mid-November, you have 5 million around. I don't think you need 5 million, somewhere between 3 and 4, I guess, but to be safe and sure, make sure you have 5 million around. In our case, yeah, we need to grind a bit money. Do some PvP, do some couple of New York races. New York race take 30 minutes, it gives you about 400,000 or 500,000 if you put all reach points on there. So yeah, if you do that 2 or 3 times and do some PvP on the site, around 2 million, it's easy to do. Personally, I like to do that one longer race, 30 minutes New York, instead of just grinding an hour of Uberdam or something like that. That's not my style. Other than that, we have 1.3 million. We are 75th. We keep an eye on it because we have to come back to grind for some mana for the Ferraris for next week. We can improve some scores here and there. I will see you guys next week for the Noob Summit, and probably earlier for some other stuff. We'll see you guys then, and bye for now.